No dogs. Archmage Trial. Phytomancer. Only nature spells. Problem is, dog is a nice early grab. If you're gonna lean into conjuration, it'll scale up. Yeah, Noida is a dungeon crawler for your first few runs, and after that it becomes a whole different game. More of everything. Cards, clans, challenge, that's insanity. No dogs immediately purchases the spell Wolf. It's just amazing how quickly Wolf drops off. To re-roll. Gold macrophagic mask. Alright. Macrophagic mask works. But so, again, we also have a nice one with Devilthorn here. Yeah, I'm glad to hear it's getting support still. So this one we get a mana potion, a chaos spell, and macrophagic mask. Which, if a living ally does damage, it heals... Oh, they gain 1 max HP. Yeah, no, it's tricky. Like, you could definitely do Wolfer runs. We've done Wolfer runs. The only spell you take is Wolf. But it's really tricky. Those double health potions, that's nice. And the enemy types are not that bad. I feel like there's a lot of luck involved for just doing Wolf. But we're not even just doing Wolf. I think what I need to do is, I think healing needs to be the first thing we worry about. I've been taking other spells, but really healing our dogs. Keeping the little buggers alive. So mini regeneration, they heal 2 every turn. Take that before anything else. Conjuration stuff is nice. Conjured Flag in particular is quite good. Problem is there's some poison here, so there goes the healing. But all the same, that number of summons upgrade. I mean, Noida and Cud are very different games. I think most people would find Cud has a steeper learning curve, but once you learn Cud, it is easier. Because, like you say, like, it's turn-based, and the knowledge base involved means you don't really have to worry. Noida has the thing where something off-screen can kill you. And that can be frustrating for players. Like, I don't like that enemies can have a non-telegraphed attack that is larger than your line of sight. I.e., polymages can shoot you from off-screen, swapper mages can shoot you from off-screen. It's okay for the sniper. The sniper has a little red laser sight, that's okay. You could react to that. But anything else that you cannot see, being able to hit you off-screen, that comes down to pure reaction time. And, like, if you're not watching the edge of the screen, you don't have that kind of reaction time. So, like, that's my only real gripe with Noida. I don't mind that you could die instantly. I mind that you can die instantly without ever seeing it coming. Like, an enemy that picks up a wand that has Gigasaw Blade on it and he shoots it from off-screen, you're screwed. Yeah, ultra-wide screen monitor. How you doing today, Gasso? But like with Noita, you can learn like how your wands work and how the spells interact and all those interactions, and never have to worry about your wand killing you. Yeah, Liero is great. Like when FTL sends you a ship that's your foil. Yeah, that kind of stuff could piss me off too. We have to ask ourselves the question, are we gonna do the dogs still? Are we gonna try and go with many wolves? In which case the conjured flag is very strong. I don't know if I want to do that. It also doesn't help us yet. Ghost, though, we cannot do. So by process of elimination, like, this is the only one we can do. So let's reroll. Like, we cannot fight ghosts, which is just annoying. The Purifier, huh? Jade Shard's pretty good. Our Breath Stealer's ghosts, not immune to physical. Alright. There's poison, that's bad, but like, that is a floor we can do. Especially with Jade Shard, would be a great grab. Wait, what? Has that reroll been there the whole time? Yeah, every floor you get a free reroll. So green mushrooms are rough. They are a significant counter for us, but so are the two-headed snakes, and firebombers are arguably worse for us. I would really like that Jade Shard. Bogger. Let's make sure we take out the mushroom spawner first. Then there's not that many mushrooms to worry about, right? Quake 1. Team Fortress Classic I played so much of as a kid. Yeah, there are no portal disruptors. Instead, you always have a guaranteed reroll. Like, if our dogs can survive the poison, they will then heal enough to be okay. Yeah, just taking healing early was the smart play. I want to stay here forever, mother. Conjured stuff is good, except for the fact that none of those help us. We got someone who's played Rift Wars 1, but not 2. Nate is more used to 1, it sounds like. Yeah, let's reroll. Ruby Heart. Slimes are such a bummer. Just started 2? I really like 2. It's not an easy transition to the old ways. Yeah, I like, there are 2 ways you could do a sequel. You could either go with it's an extension of the first game, which Rift Wizard 2 is, or you can go with it is wildly different, but you still have the same, like, vibe. I find that it's easy to go between games that are different. So, like, if a game goes from 1 to 2 and changes a lot, you could play both of those. And there's really not a lot of, like, transitioning. You just know how to do it. But when one's, like, kind of an evolution on the other, it's hard to go back. Like, Rift Wizard 2 is Rift Wizard 1, but with more content, quality of life changes, and systems that I find to be better. So, like, going back to 1 is tough. After 3 standard wins, I'll start the trials. Nice. The trials are great. I do recommend the trials. Snake spawner, breath stealer. Not breath stealer, curse cat. Yeah, getting your HP and the cast back on the end of every floor is very nice. Good dogs. Nicely, I find going back challenging because I get so used to how this one works. And the fact that it doesn't behave the same presents its own unique challenge. It's like I've been playing a lot of Night Rain, and if I were to sit down and go and play normal Elden Ring, I'm going to be chafing against the lack of speed and the fall damage. I had 1 HP. Yeah, I really like that book. Codex of Sacrifice is one of my favorite items. Giant bear for free. That is... You're speaking my language there. Void Bombers are a bummer, and ghosts, so maybe not. Ugh, I hate ghosts. I feel like people that heard about Night Rain, that were down on it, didn't quite get the full sell. I feel like watching it really does help get across how it works. I know there are people online that are like, well, they lied! It's like, no, you weren't paying attention. Like... It was very clearly marketed, if you were actually paying attention, as the game it is. But there are people that are just angry about it. Ghosts is just... I hate ghosts. Ghosts are really ruining my day here. Grappling hook. Yeah, I love the Wilder. The new boss update today was a lot of fun. I'm just angry about it. Good. Be angry. Why does the new Sovereign have a 3rd health bar? Because there's a 3rd boss you fight. I like the new Sovereign fight. Alright, once again, I do like Giant Bear with Venom, but I think I'll take my Poison Spit first. Or maybe I'll take, like, Wolf Pack first, because Wolf is working out at the moment. Let's reroll, see if we can't get a floor that is not impossible. Bag of spikes. You thought you won? You were tricked? We knew right away. It's like, there's no way there's not going to be another phase when we, like, killed it. Betrayed! Yeah, I'm gonna take the bag of spikes immediately. I'm gonna pop the bag of spikes immediately. And then I will not learn from my last runs and still take Wolfpack. Hasbro versus Wizards of the Coast via Dungeons & Dragons, shaving off the interesting bits of monsters and lore via 5.5. Yeah, I do enjoy the boss modifier upgrade. But we're trying to, like, eventually scale into having lots of things that do a lot of poison damage. We're first worrying about survivability. Yeah, it falls off hard, the boss one, too. Like, we're going for pure numbers in a lot of ways. I would love to get some jars. No silent specters allowed. Reroll. Quill staff? Oh, baby. Say no more. Quill staff is so good. Ogre, Spriggan, Blood Slime, Ice Lich. Quill staff. And then, because that Lich will be a bastard if I don't do it. Oh, Quill Staff, you're so good. I gotta go where the action is. Oh, these ogres can kill my dogs in one hit. Alright, ogres, you're a real bummer. Come on. Alright, we're definitely looking at I need to drink a healing potion, aren't we? And by healing, I mean a mana potion. Alright, now we're in the clear. Alright, they got it. Cool. Conjured Flag would be great. And nothing here is immune to physical damage. And only some of them are immune to poison. Whenever a summon minion witnesses an enemy take fire damage, that minion heals for half that damage. We have Devil Thorn. If someone hits my dog, they will take 6 fire damage. Which means my dog will then heal for 3. And other dogs that see that hit happen will also heal for 3. And since they're already healing for 2, technically that means they're healing for 5. I might take Pyrophilia. It's a silly grab, but we have the support to make it work. I would really like Venom Spit, Mega Venom. It's like I want pretty much everything on this screen. Oh, right. Shockingly, I know what you're talking about. I haven't actually, like, seen what he was talking about, but I know, like, you know, don't allow live service games to just die and be removed from the internet. Game preservation is important to me as well. I haven't seen, like, his point of view on all that, so I have no opinion, really. But I have seen the general, like, outcry against him. Alright, we have to pick a direction to grab. This is survivability. This is damage output. This is additional minions. Which one to do first? Isn't he also, like, based in America? It's weird that he has a strong opinion on that as well. I mean, a lot of things here can be poison. Maybe we go with poison. But then again, a lot of things here take fire damage. Hell, vampires are extra weak to it, which means they'll take additional, which means extra healing. Now, Sneed, that sounds like it might be a slightly reductive. But I have seen some of his content, and he does typically come from a position of, like, he speaks with confidence and absolute authority, which can be both good and bad. Like, you want someone that's speaking from a point of, like, confidence, but yeah, like, he is like that. So, like, I'm not like, that can't be right. Like, I'm pretty sure you're basically in the ballpark, but I feel like there was probably, like, a bit more going in there. But again, I'm solidly on the side of game preservation is sorely lacking. And companies typically come at it from a position that I find infuriating, which is, we don't want you to pirate our stuff. We don't want you to share our things. We want to have complete authority over it. But we also just, like, sometimes we're just gonna take it off the internet and the game's dead, and you have nothing you could do about it. You won't be able to play it anymore. But if someone were to, say, upload their own server and, like, distribute that online, they get sued or get takedown notices. And, like, you cannot have it both ways. You can legally, which is fucking annoying and frustrating. But, like, from a moral and ethical standpoint, you can't have it both ways. Like, you can pick a fucking lane. Nobody could make new games. Well, that's not true. Like, it's just patently false. Because the argument isn't that, like, these companies need to maintain the servers forever. It's literally just give players the ability to own their game truly. Like, if I buy, like, Night Rain is an or Helldivers 2, we'll say as well. These are online live service games, right? If the company goes out of business, Helldivers 2 would functionally cease to exist. My argument would be, before you go out of business, all you need to do is make it so that people can invite each other and they locally host the game. The live service component of it would stop, but all you need to do is make it so the player has the capacity to land on a planet, choose a faction to fight, and manually invite friends via Steam and have the game hosted locally on their machine. And, like, local hosting is already doing 80% of the heavy lifting for Helldivers 2. Like, one player is hosting the experience, and that's true for most online live service games. It's not that difficult to say that these companies, before they take this, like, before they unplug live support, it's not impossible for them to provide the consumer, the person that purchased their video game, the power to continue to play it. And I think that's the argument from the Stop Killing Games camp. And that would not prevent companies from continuing to make games. Being pro-consumer, companies like to paint that as if they're going to go out of business and die. Like, all those fucking corporations, like, oh, you raised the minimum wage, oh, good luck, you won't be able to afford a Big Mac anymore. It's like, no. If you were to lower, you know, your CEO bonuses, you can maintain the price of your Big Mac and also increase the minimum wage. So, like, those arguments never have merit, in my opinion. Yeah, no one has 100% good takes. Like, you could still like Pirate Software. I believe his name is Thor. Like, he has great points of views on other things. It's okay to say he's wrong about something. Yeah, Ultima Online allows you to run shards. I've played on Ultima Online shards. Like, it's not hard to do. But again, companies don't want to do that because you're effectively giving up control. Because what if you want to make money off it again one day, right? What if you want to release a sequel? People won't buy your sequel because they could play the old game. And that is bullshit. Yeah, some companies do it right. Ultima Online, even Unreal has done good work with that kind of stuff in the past. So the fact that you have, like, counter examples is why go fuck yourself, large corporations. Go to hell. Yeah, no, again, he has good points of view on a number of subjects. Take my conjured flag. And I will take pyrophilia again for survivability of my daggies. If someone hurts my dog could heal. Do you agree that competition in the market is driving force for lower prices? Theoretically, yes. Often companies don't quite follow that sort of thing. It depends. I know we're talking about video games, but to use like ISPs, for instance, rather than allowing competition to drive lower prices, they just kind of agree to, like, let's all set the same price and limit where we exist. Like, they don't play by the rules as they should. All right. I do not regret pyrophilia as a grab. That's called price fixing and is illegal, but it's weird that they get away with it. Like, there's a number of things that on paper, yes, are illegal. But the ISPs just, they divide up where they will go to avoid competing with each other, and they set their prices. I don't know why they're allowed to do it. Because I agree, I was pretty sure that was illegal. But Comcast and all these other ones are just the worst. Minimum wage laws are anti-competition, thus result in higher prices. I'm of the opinion that people should be able to survive by having their job. And as we've seen, if you get rid of minimum wage laws, companies will just not pay people a livable wage. Like, unfortunately, we are in a position where we do need these kind of things, because otherwise companies will just go as low as they can go. Like, minimum wage is literally, if I could pay you less, I would. But again, I'm no jobologist. This is all just opinion. Do I want to grab a Toxin Burst? Work has value. It's true, but also, because of the world we live in, people need money to survive, and they sometimes find themselves in positions where their options are limited. And if we didn't have a minimum wage, they might find themselves in highly exploitive situations. Not all work is worth what arbitrary minimum wage is set. True, but we, again, like, when you look at, like, people in CEO positions, they're not actually manufacturing anything, they're not creating anything, they've... A man retired, you worked your way up, or nepotism, you just were given the position. You're making many factors more money than the people that are actually manufacturing the product, and those people can barely get by. So, like, that work not necessarily worth what they're being paid, or even more egregious, like you look at actors or people in sports, like, money's funneled in imperfect ways. And if we didn't have some systems in place to ensure that people could get by, we'd have a lot more people not getting by, is how I see it. Like, on paper, yeah. Labor has value. But also, not on paper, there are a lot of people that simply wish to exploit that labor, right? God, I would love to be in a post-scarcity world. That'd be nice. Hmm. 3 spell points. I kind of want to get my Venom Bears, but I still want to just make the dogs work as much as possible first. Same as saying all hamburgers must be $1. As we've seen with the past, like, literally our manufacturing jobs left the country because they found out they could pay people a lot less in other places. Like, if we didn't have those minimum wage laws, there'd be a really shitty situation for a lot of workers. Not that it's great that those companies left, but at the very least, people are able to survive. I don't like any of these floors for various reasons. But I also said at the very start of the stream, I don't want to talk about any of this stuff today. I'll let you guys chat about it. I'll talk about other stuff. Y'all have fun in there. Unless this is a slimy pet. A slimy pet would be quite nice. Unfortunately, the enemies are also slimy. Ah, it's troll-blooded. May chaos take the world. Reroll. Caustic Sprig. Like, we are gonna go into poison. No, I don't want wagon stuff. Steel Spider, Horn Toad, that should be doable. No one's a ghost there. I'm just getting crappy gear, except for my very nice wand. Immune to poison. As long as no one's immune to physical, we're okay. Three spell points. Once I hit 4, we can get another thing going for us. Is this the floor where I do my poison? How much poison resistance? All the spiders, all the slimes. I feel like the poison, I want it soon, but it's not going to do much work for me on this floor, so we do something else. I'm thinking I'll do Toad Blood. We have a good amount of healing going on. So the Toad Blood should get the chance to start proccing relatively early. Come to me, Toad Blood. After this, we focus on poison. We're accidentally doing a bit of a focused wolfer run here. Some of my dogs will get poisoned. So these burning snakes are gonna be the problem. And I don't have a lot of mana potions left, unfortunately. But I'm getting my toads. My toads will help. A logistics dude. Oh no, you can continue. I just like you guys could have this conversation. I'm just not in the mood today. I'll never tell y'all to stop talking about these kind of things. But sometimes I just don't have the bandwidth, you know? And today's one of those days. I call dibs, Bruhark. Alright. Those goddamn snakes have ruined this. I'm definitely going to need to drink my mana potion. You started the stream saying you didn't want to talk to the BBB. Well, and also just in general, like, politics and depressing nonsense. Wait, you're trying to strong-arm me into talking about this? There's only the one more spawner. If we could just get through the one more bad snake. Come on, dogs. Don't clump together so much. What Rift Wizard Village? We are struggling to do Phytomancer, nature only. Which I find, out of all the Mancers, is probably the hardest Mancer trial for me. Largely because nature magic is very limited in the damage types it has available. Now, talking about how Burger King sucks is easy. Dune was David Lynch's best movie. No one has that opinion. Alright, with the spawners out of the picture, if I can just get line of sight on these dumb snakes. Ooh. Like, I need line of sight, but I also need to be out of his damage range. They got Hershey chocolate shakes. Alright, we're good. We gotta find mana potions. There's very little we could do to, like, get charges back in this challenge run. Innovation! Two spell points. It's definitely poison time, but again, ghosts. Like, just seeing ghosts on the enemy list is just, alright, well, I guess we're not going there. We could take Poison, Sting, and Acidity, but that just allows us to do the poison damage. It's the physical immunity that's making it very difficult. We don't even have our poison stuff up and running yet. Horde of Halfmen would be nice if we can make it that far. Then we could take Burning Halfmen and everything would really work out that way. You tricked me because you talked about game preservation, which is something that I find somewhat frustrating. Like, there's a really cool group in Japan that's trying to do game preservation, but Japan has wacky, like truly wacky rules about how non-profits are allowed to operate. And so that particular game preservation society has a lot of difficulty when it comes to, like, allocating resources and generating money to do the things they need to do. And so they've been struggling for a while. But they also, like, out of all the game preservation groups I'm aware of, like, they have very comprehensive, like, goals. They're preserving hardware, they're converting the games to all different kinds of formats. And, like, the part that really pisses me off is, like, when people find out about this group, you would think, like, oh, they'll support them. But what happens is they find out that this is a group that has access to rare and obscure games, and, like, they have taken the physical media, ripped out the contents to create ROMs to preserve, like, in databases, and they have multiple physical copies, and people will be like, you have rare game that I don't have access to, give me the ROM. And the company obviously can't do that because copyright issues, and legally they are not in a position to do that. And so they've been the victims of, like, many DDoS attacks, hacking attempts. Like, they are attacked by people in the video game community because they don't give a shit about the preservation element. They're just angry they don't get to play with those toys. And it's like, it's not their place to do that. They are in a precarious legal situation because they are a non-profit in Japan. So lay the hell off? It's like, it really annoyed me when I learned about how many times they've been, like, hacked, DDoS'd, had, like, their members doxxed, and it's like, what the fuck, dude? Why would you do that? It's like, because I want the ROMs. Give me the ROMs. Like, people are weird. I won't even just be like gamers, like people. Like, again, I don't want to, like, fall into another, like, quagmire at the moment. Oh my god, Slimy Orc Houndlord? That's a game-winning pet right there. But I feel like the reason why we need certain, like, certain rules, laws, social net, like, safety nets, like, these kind of things that can be very divisive. Like, my reasoning for why I think they are important is not everyone sets out and looks at the world and goes, I want to make this place better. Like, there's a lot of angry, selfish people in all positions everywhere that make things complicated for folk. It's a frustrating experience when you look at the giant world we live in and how many people, like, I get it, we're all out for number one to some degree, but goddamn, like, why see, like, a group doing cool things and be like, I want what they have and I'm going to ruin their day because they won't give it to me? Like, it just makes me sad. Yeah, it's worth coming here just for Slimy Orc Houndlord. The problem is how we're going to deal with this. Immune to physical, immune to poison. There are no spawners for the electric ghosts, but they are a problem. If we can get it so that they're the only enemies left, the solution is we just pop our death dice. Yeah, Loop Hero has a great soundtrack. But that one Houndlord, that is just a tremendously powerful minion to have on our team. But since Pix brought it up, who here actually likes Burger King? Do you like Burger King? Is it your, like, who has Burger King as their favorite fast food joint? I want to know if someone's here that actually thinks Burger King is their favorite. Because I don't understand that. It boggles the mind for me. I feel like there are so many better options. You brought up Burger King. No, that doesn't sound right. Pretty sure it's someone else. In reality, it was 421 that brought it up, not me. But I was gonna blame you for it because you're the last one in chat that I saw the Burger King messages about. Burrito Boys? Never heard of Burrito Boys. That is probably fairly central in one location. Alright, I'm gonna try and make this floor work. This could just be death. But again, this man will generate so much for us. Ah, they're Canadian. That would do it.
Very good.
Yes. Because these are living, slimy wolves. That is going to be tremendous for us. As long as we could deal with the electric ghost somehow. How would we do that, though? Psychic seedlings could do arcane damage, and that's a way. You know? If we could, like, establish a region on a map that is for us like this, then we could start growing psychic seedlings. That's an option. We can grab blizzards as a fairly contained means of dealing with ghosts. Burrito Splendido. 5-location chain in Winnipeg that sponsors a Magic Gameplay channel. That sounds amazing. Nerf Anamiki. That boss can be very scary. I take it you're doing a run right now? Most kawaii anime I really like are the first 2 seasons of Higurashi no Rikemi, When They Cry. I appreciate the general... There is a meme about introducing people to anime. When They Cry is a good dark horse, like Trojan horse, I should say. Of look at this cool slice of life anime. It's actually a dark murder mystery. Doing Silver Spear run, nice. I only just found out today that they're doing an adaptation of a manga I read a couple years back that is going to fuck a lot of people up. It's going to ruin people's days, their weeks, their months. Let me get the name for it because I can't remember. But I was scrolling through and I saw a picture and I'm like, oh, someone colorized one of the panels? It's like, no. Some motherfucker thought it would be a good idea to adapt this mother. And people are gonna be crying now. Boop-a-da-boop-a-da. Where are you? Is it Virgin Punk? No, it is a very dark and sad manga. Where is it? Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Just want to give you the name. It's easy, I just have to scroll through Anachart until I find cute-looking stuff. Because it is, like, an adorable-looking experience. The premise is an alien comes down to Earth and finds a kid who is sad, and he's like, I'm gonna make this kid's life happier. I'm pretty sure if they're adapting like a volume for an episode, not a volume, like an issue for episode 1's going to end with that kid killing themselves. Like it's a dark fucking experience. She is just she is in a bad way. She is picked on, bullied. The alien goes back in time. It is just a dark, sad experience. Like a depressing read, and when I saw that they made an anime out of it, I'm like, why? Like, I'm excited because it was a good, well-written experience, but like, god damn, it's depressing. For anyway, it's like in the ballpark of like, if you ever read Pun Pun, you're like, oh, Pun Pun, this looks adorable, and you're like, you finish it, and you're like, well, I'm gonna cry for a couple of days now. God damn it. Anna chart's letting me down. Are you ready to climb? Alias, what's going on? Higarashi's kick-ass. Ready to climb. Oh, peak! No, I kind of forgot about that. You guys gotta send me messages earlier. Sounds like I'll be closer to when Super Hobbit's ready. Are you still wanting to? Oh yeah, it was a blast. I would happily play more. I am midway through a challenge run right now, and got distracted talking about all kinds of things. Sad anime about an alien that comes down to help a little girl. Yes, Takapi's Original Sin. Takapi's Original Sin is the name of it. Yes, like Made in Abyss, another one you could recommend where you're like, oh, you want a cute show? And you're like, oh, you see it. The artwork is very chibi, it's cute. But the actual show itself is dark as night. I love Made in Abyss. It's one of those shows I can't recommend to a lot of people because it's like, it's not for everybody because you're gonna be upset if you watch it. Not a lot, like, a book that I would recommend with a lot of caveats is something like Room. Room is well written, it's good in that sense, but it's also like bleak, and I was depressed for a month after I read it. But like, people enjoy different experiences, so like, some people will vibe with it, other people will be like, why the fuck would you recommend that? Are you a monster? What was I doing right? I'm trying to solve the problem of these bastard ghosts. But there's only 4 of them. The trick is we can't allow our minions to die. Wait a minute. It's dying? How's it dying? What kind of damage did you just take? Oh, because if they attack, they take fire damage. I forgot. I have Devil Thorn. Yeah, Fear and Hunger as a video game is like, not everyone could appreciate Fear and Hunger. Honestly, I don't know if I appreciate Fear and Hunger. It's one of those games that I'll watch someone else play it, but I played it a little bit and I was like, I don't want to play this anymore. But since anime came up, for anyone that enjoys comedy, City is being adapted this season, and City is from the person that made one of my favorite shows of all time, which is Nishijou. It is like the funniest slice of life comedy show I've ever seen, and City is like their OG comedy manga, so I'm very excited for City. Very excited for City. So if you're into comedy, City's the way to go. Oh my god, you see? Look at this. This one pet could carry the run. I think we're going to be just fine now. And honestly, now we could take, like, slime-related skills. If we could find Macrophagic Mask now, that'd be a bit of a game changer as well. Venom Spits, and then we're gonna take Mega Venom after that. We have 1 mana potion. I wouldn't say no to another one, but there's a lot of ghostly stuff there. Prison of Thorns, Giant Bears. I can get Venom Bears. Looking forward to Virgin Punk. I look forward to checking it out. I'm not familiar with the source material, but as most people know at this point, I do watch all anime. Oh! I mean, I saw the art style immediately and like, okay, this is from the dude that made, the character design at least looks like the, art style for, like, kites. Oh! Pix, you ever want to get me excited? All you have to do is tell me Shaft is making a show. And Shaft is doing the Virgin Punk film series, so I'm in. I love Shaft. Shaft is one of my favorite studios. I tune an anime once a decade. Hey, some people never watch it, so like you watch as much as you want or as little as you want. Is it worth coming here just for that? I could re-roll and maybe get something better. What are our suffering look like here? Love the character design. It's good character design. Akira, Ninja Skull, Ghost in the Shell. So stuff from the 80s and 90s. Understood. I mean, those are the things I grew up with, so I also very much enjoy those. Forgot to list, Record of Lotus War. Record of Lotus War is one of the first things I ever saw. It's literally the first DVD I ever bought was Record of Lotus War. Bought that in a Suncoast. It's 3 spell points. We don't need to save 3 spell points. Let's re-roll and try and find something better. Slimy Voodoo Mantle. Jason Slimes take the damage instead. Not good enough. Healing Potion with Ruby Heart. Is there a Lich here? I want the Lich to die first. I've told the story before, but on my class trip to Washington, D.C., someone brought in a movie for us to watch on the bus. They brought in Arutosuka Doji, Legend of the Overfiend. The teachers didn't know what it was, so they just put it on. Things got pretty fun on that bus. Thank you. Thank you, translocation mages. You're not very threatening on a floor like this. Not very threatening. Alright, we're no longer doing fireworks. Let's pump this bad boy up. Go get him, team! Nice. Mystic Garbage, Robe of the Void, Mask of Woe. I do like Mask of Woe, but unnecessary. We take Mega Venom. We also re-roll here, see if we can find something better. Amulet of Undeath, Crisis Charm, Icy Tome, Fiery Claws, only for fire minions, right? Yep, fire spells and skills. Man. Could take a Crisis Charm. Might take the Crisis Charm. I mean, like, out of the things I have available to me, Crisis Charm makes the most sense, right? I was kind of just hoping for a Ruby Heart. Once again, let's just murder Ice Liches before they have the chance to put phylacteries down. And get all of their Eye of Ices up and running. Hey, you can glass me all you want, but there's nothing over here to do damage to me, so good luck. I guess we're doing a Wolfer run. At some point I will definitely get Venom Bears because I like them, but the best route we have at the moment is just make sure we're good with our dags. Reroll. Oozing scale armor. Alright. Obviously we know we want that. And it's a wide open floor. The only problem is fear. Fear is a bummer. Gets kind of annoying. But you do damage to me. And I'll have immunity to poison. Delicious in Dungeon Iron is one of my favorites. I love the manga. I love the anime adaptation. It aired the same season that Freyren was on, then those were my two winners. Absolute lovely in every way. Great show. I mean, if I take armor, my dogs would get 50% physical resist, and they'd be immune to poison. Pretty sure that's not a bad grab. Alright, there's my wall of colorful minions that all work for me. I will stand here and allow my staff to just shoot out billions of thorns. Need amalgamate slime. That's not a nature spell. Can't do that. It's time to take like Nature Lord and then also take Archconjurer. Hordemancer would be good. That said, nothing's more important than Miniaturization Shrine, right? Because having double Quill Staff or getting like a Nature Staff or Conjuration Staff to go with my Quill Staff, I would love to miniaturize that. And then after we do miniaturize it, if we do find another one, we're gonna want to try and prioritize floors that are wide open. Also, concussive idols need to go first. Do 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 do. Standalone complex. All the Ghost in the Shell stuff's pretty good. Oh. See, I'm not worried about the slime soft lock because I could walk through my minions. If they are non-stationary minions, I could just walk right on by. Amalgamite would have been fun for just making super minions, though. Somehow it was like, yeah, it's a slime run. Like, no, now that I have armor, it's really not a slime run. It's not a wolf run anymore. Armor means this is a slime run now. Good luck, everything. Do. Alright, what's left? That frog's gonna be able to get to that guy. Alright, this could be a problem, but we could literally just take one spell to solve it. Yep, I just need to murder you and you. Oh, and you're in range of this guy? Never mind, so we're all set there. It's this one. This one's the problem. Well, let's take Poison Sting. There we go. How much damage you taking here? I guess I could also take acidity. Slowly make my way over there. We've gotten into the processor of the game is going to be a bit on the slow side. I mean, Akira is basically why we have anime in America. That movie changed the course of history. This writhing mass. Alright, mission accomplished. God damn it, he reincarnated. Try and make room so my frog could somehow move forward, maybe. Five-hour breakdown of every scene of Akira a while ago. What really blew me away is when I took the time to sit down and like read the manga of Akira. Because like you watch the movie Akira and the character Akira is not in the movie. Which is very interesting. Like the movie works fine without Akira. But in the manga, Akira is a proper character. It is wild. Mini quill staff, please. And then we find Spriggan Maker. I mean, taking another wand sounds nice, but also another mana push could be good. Yeah, like the movie was kind of just the first half, and even then it was not truly just the first half. A lot of stuff wasn't there. So yeah, we could take Spriggan Maker, but I'd rather find like a nature or conjuration wand. Multicolored Rage Rod. Melting Armor, Blood Reaping, Shatter Shards. Sight of blood could be a fun thing to have in our back pocket. And it's a wide open level, which is quite nice. Blood reaping, remind me. We just heal off of the death of living and demon minions. Do 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 do. I don't like those tight hallways. Multicolored Rage Rod. All spells and skills gain +1 damage for each unique tag amongst all spells you have. 3! Oh, I haven't seen a different dub. I've seen the OG English dub, and I've seen the original Japanese. I think we'll be okay here. It's gonna suck, but we'll be alright. But then I have to watch a version where it doesn't sound like he's screaming the name Canada over and over again. Canada! Yeah, I'd also like to make sure the Fey Glass Golem spawner dies pretty early, too. Three turns. 2 turns. Stopwatch. Alright, Afreets, you are causing a lot of issues for me. Like, you're healing a lot for me because of all this fire, but like, God, you're annoying. I died. $31 damage to wizard with death explosion, yeah. 30, oh my god, they're popping for a huge amount. I really need more health, man. God, there's a stonefish in front of me! Run! Before it blows up. Alright, there's no more in my room. This is my zone here. Once those stonefish pop, I'll feel a lot better. Come on, stonefish, pop. The Troubler is actually helping me out a great deal by moving my things around. Oh. Haven't taken my allergy pills today. I should do that. He immediately went psycho. It's been a while since I read it, but I do remember some characters I was like, wow, they're a lot different in here. Now, what's her face? Sayori, I think her name was? She's actually a character in the manga? In the movie, she's there, and it's like, why was she there? She had nothing to do in that movie. Ah, rainbow slimes. Alright, stonefish. 1, 2. Alright, stonefish 1 popped, stonefish 2 popped. But yeah, like she had a purpose in the book. Alright, time for our first... Target damage living enemy units. All living enemies in line of sight go berserk. Nature Lord. Take that first. The boiler. Reroll. Reroll. Like, ideally. Yeah, I kind of need health. Was there a spawner here? No. No special spawners. Do. 2 spawners down here. The amount of slimes that are going to pop into existence will be mighty. So many slimes. Is there a living unit? Yeah, you right there. Berserk, everybody! Well, my quill staff does a lot of work. Oh god, they're frost spew! I gotta move. I don't want to be too close to frost spew piles. Like, they will die. I should take Prince of Ruin. Like, we have enough physical damage going on. You don't think of it as much when you're doing not fire and not lightning, but slapping people around counts. Baba machine gun. Let's see. I mean, I could just teleport up there and make this happen, right? I got 5 teleports. Go get him, team. Wish I had gotten jars of any variety. Guess there's still time. But Prince of Ruin would help a lot. Yeah, yeah. Definitely was not in the movie, that guy. Although I think maybe she is in the movie, but not in a speaking role. She's just in a background scene. Alright, take some pills here. Ah, much better. The second we found this armor, it's like, yeah. Just take armor and be done with it. Let the slimes eat everything. Re-roll. Fine, I'll take my job. God damn. Like everything will be fine, I'll be cruising, and then out of nowhere, just allergy attack. I hate it. It's a really bad floor for us. I'd rather not do this one. As much as I want that bear. Much better floor. Gotta live that Zyrtec life, yeah. I gotta remember to take my pills earlier. Yeah, do that fire damage, see what happens. Just berserk a bunch of stuff out there. $100 health. I feel like there's enough targets that the Dagger probably won't shoot me very much. Ideally. I like the idea of poisoning a building. It can't make any little spawners. Take them out. There, berserk everybody before I'm gone. Pyrophilia is really working out. Working out just fine. Yeah, circle around back. Good work. Just so many hearts. Alright, he's gone. It's just one hand left. Yeah, these are the kind of level layouts we want. Not too many choke points, but wide open line of sight. Music was Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Fate Toxin Pouch works. But a heart would be nice. Oh, hallucinogenic spore staff, finally. Yes. Whenever poison's inflicted on unpoisoned enemy, they're berserked. Beautiful. Take of the staff. Archconjurer. Berserk, everybody! God, I love hallucinogenic spore staff. Make sure everyone's berserked. Why not? Keep you berserked. Oh, you're alive. What a find. What a find. That is like the best possible spell for me right now. By spell, I mean wand. Wonder if slime time would work for our pets. Whenever an allied slime is summoned, their chance to grow is set to 75% rather than base 50. Like, I'm not summoning it, but they are appearing through my armor and through armorer and through my summoned, not my summon, my pet. So slime time might work out. If it's a good level layout, I would do it. Nope. Nope. Works with armor? God, can we kill this really, really fast, guys? If I can take this out very quickly, I'll be happy. I think acid fumes? Nah, paralyzing venom first. It's not your main thing. Big nostalgia. I mean, I'm pretty big on anime. Perfect. Two more steps up. There we go. Hey, you just make me choke up, man. If only Venom Bears were still game broken. Game-breakingly broken. I'm like a machine gun when it comes to this, quill staff. I just gotta poop out the rest of my dogs and, Just walk away. Alright, good luck. Just doing the stuff over 10 years or so. Right. Alright, 7 spell points. Doo-doo. Conjured aggression, vitality. Most old school stuff is Junji Ito? I don't even think of him as old school. He is good though. We could do spider spawning, but I think I'm more interested in grabbing acid fumes and collected agony and hemo corruption. There's enough healing that I think we want to do hemo corruption first. God damn it. I just took paralyzing venom. Well, 2 floors ago, but all the same. I mean, I could take Caustic Sprig. It is a trinket. Yeah, sure. If it's a good level layout, I'll do it. I mean, this is a little rough. %30 chance to deal 16 physical damage to all units in a 4-tile radius. 8 physical damage to melee attackers. This man's like a hard counter for us. Caustic Sprig is nice and all. It's not that nice. Wow, game. Really giving me some bad options here. I regret my reroll. Shrapnel Beast, are you living? Well, I could keep him berserked. Aether Swap is so scary. Razor Shaping's buffed by Nanothal's Tooth. Yeah, no line of sight. Nanothal's Tooth is one of the best new items. It is just so good for 3 different things. This guy could be rather bad. I feel like we generate enough slimes that will be okay in the end, but Our wolves are up to 33, and they're going to be healing a lot, especially once we have a lot of fire, which we're going to have. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. They'll be healing so much. And we have hemo corruption now. Yeah. Just gotta believe. I'm just really worried about Aether Swap. All right. You know, I should take natural healing for me. So I can heal. Wouldn't be the worst idea. Between Pateau and Geyer. I'm sure they pulled influence from all kinds of places. God damn it, Aether Swap. I think I might pop my stopwatch. Nah, I'm thinking we're fine. Just really want to get that healing up and running. One more spell point. So no one Aether Swaps me, I should be okay. This is the one I don't want to get Aether Swapped by. God damn, she's in the bad place. Alright. Yeah, I could definitely see the Gamma World influence. Very much so. Might as well get that Caustic Sprig. Shrapnel Beast is rough. Caustic Sprig. Poison enemies lose one temporary buff every turn. And then just try and get our health back by casting Poison Sting over and over again. .0 Dungeons & Dragons? I'm all about AD&D. That's where I got my start. I could Death Dice to get, but we already pretty much have this. Good, good. There we are. Get the goodies. I knew when we landed on this one on the wheel that it was going to be a slow experience. No way I'm fighting Ophan, that's for sure. Not with this build. Jesus. Be 6 days. Sandy Queen seems like a good fight for me. Plus I could have a Clay Bone Shambler Megalith. Swinging around 64 damage. I forgot to look around and see if there was a special spawner. Of course there is. Well, we got things started down there. .5 was fun because it had a lot of, like, moving people. Like, it encouraged you to play with the game mats and keep track of where people are, and, like, moving enemies around the board was a mechanic, so I enjoyed that kind of stuff. I got my slime apocalypse started down there. Poison that. My general opinion with Dungeons & Dragons editions is the books are just there to get you started. The rules are meant to be broken. I don't think I've ever played a single Dungeons & Dragons game where we actually adhered to the actual rules of the books. It's a lot more fun to just use it as a framework and, like, make your own rules around those things. Winterbringer's just trying to hold the hordes off. He's the only recourse up there. But he must be taken down. Oh my god, it's so slow when you have slimes. AD&D was the best version. We could all agree on that. Where'd these wailing banshees come from? Ugh, turns are 7 years long. You don't like Thaco? Nothing wrong with Thaco. These goddamn stupid banshees have taken so much of my progress to move left away from me. Thaco is pretty universally disliked. Although personally, I never had a problem with Thaco myself. It wasn't the most intuitive system, but like, once you understand, it's not that bad. I'd rather not use my teleporter. For obvious reasons. I don't have teleport magic. God damn it. What do you make, though? I might teleport for whatever's in that box. Nope. Come on, go pick up that teleporter, though. What if every turn was 19 years long? Oh, God. Like, the slimes are going to win. But God, do they make everything go so slow. I don't know why old guys insist that adding math in the operation makes it better. AD&D had the best version of Wild Mage, which is the only thing I care about. You are frozen. Oh, come on. 2 steps. How long will it take me to take 2 steps? 1. Almost. 2 steps! Hemocorruption is going to be the damage dealer. I think from here I can... Are you already poisoned? Ah, Winterbringer's already poisoned. Let's take out the Golden Skull spawner. So the next update in the beta, Opportunity has told us about it, involves a huge overhaul of the AI system in the game's code, which will make it so that the game doesn't slow down like this when you have a lot of slimes. And God, I long for it. I long for that update. There's never been a more important update to a game. Because being God of Slimes is one of my favorite ways to play, but it really, really does a number on the game. Just permanently stun locks. That poor bastard. I mean, everything's dead except for the Insanity Queen, and it doesn't have room to spawn anything. He's trying his best down there. Sorry, she's trying her best down there. I need to get in line of sight so my staff could actually, like, help out. But again, even though I could teleport to make this go faster, I need my teleports to be my emergency get-out-of-jail solution. If something goes wrong, teleport's how we're getting out of the problem. If they have less than 1,200 health, I'm just using both my death dice. %10 dark resistance, huh? I'm sorry. I didn't see your health bar diminish. What happened there? Now you have 40% damage? It's time to go to super turbo. There we go. Now I have line of sight. And just make it be over. We're free! Now get out of here, slimes. Go on. Get! Get! This armor with armor can make any, like, we have access to 0 slime spells. And we could turn it into a slime run through the simple application of 1 piece of equipment and 1 skill. Drill shoes. Alright, Mordred. You beat the game with no spells. Pretty much, right? Like, what spells do you need at that point? I mean, since we do have so much going on with our slimes, why not? And we do have a cantrip it could use. Might as well go Grey Goo. Thinking you were only playing 1 run, turns out I was doing 2. It says sponge, not cast or anything. I think they'll just shoot out my poison sting. What's in the box? Oh yeah. Buy all the cantrips with the SP. There's only poison sting though. There's only poison sting. I cannot stress enough, Cthulhu. We only have access to nature magic. Well, summon more dogs. You keep forgetting when the challenge run. Easy to forget, I don't blame you. I'll finally put Phytomancer to bed for the second time. Not like you do silly runs as a matter of course, anyway. You don't? You're not wrong. I do prefer my wacky runs over anything else. I wonder if Cantromancy will actually be doing much. Cast a random cantrip that shares a tag with. I don't think we'll actually see Poison Sting go off at all. Yeah, I don't think nature or sorcery will be popping up. It's a shame. Yeah, but even a green slime. Metallic, slimy orc wolf. Living. Oh, you know what? He is nature. But the problem is a green slime. A green slime doesn't count. The dog is a slimy thing, so that should have the power to shoot it out. But I'm not actually sure. But that's the closest we got, is that dog might be capable of doing it. Well, Mordred's about to lose another life. Well, he's down for another count. He is poisoned and berserked and stunned. How many reincarnations? 2? Mini Quill Staff is just a machine gun. Pop that guy. Mordred dies. Mordred's on his last life? Or second to last? Second to last life. He's already in a bad position. I agree, though. I feel like Slime Birth Cantromancy should account for the simple fact that a green slime doesn't actually have the nature tag on it. Because it's a cantrip. I'd like to be able to see it go off. And victory is ours. What's going on, Opportunity? We just finished the Phytomancer challenge, and earlier we did Staff Abuser. Alright. It was basically a wolfer run. And then we made our wolves into slime, and then it was a slime run. Quill Staff was a great find, though. Do-do-do-do-do. We were talking about how excited we are for the upcoming update, because now that we had slimes, it's just like, oh god, it's taking so long. This was a rough floor. Every turn was so long. Hemo Corruption did a lot of good work. Alright. Well, that was Phytomancer, nature-only magic. It was a fun run. I'm gonna use the restroom. I am still here, though. And also, I could take Phytomancer off the wheel of Archmage Trials.